The target pattern for this lecture is just like that. This is a very interesting English pattern. Let's have a look at the meaning first of all. Look at this example. Last week, John moved to the USA just like that. He didn't plan it at all. So what do we mean by just like that? It means something happening suddenly, quickly, or unexpectedly, often without thinking or planning it. So we use this structure to say that something happened suddenly, quickly, or unexpectedly, without thinking beforehand. So in the example I just gave, I said, last week, John moved to the USA just like that. So just like that means very, very quickly and unexpectedly and without previous planning. So John didn't tell his friends, he didn't tell his family, he didn't even think about it before. Suddenly he just got an idea and decided to move to the USA. So it was very unexpected. So use this to say that something happened very quickly. Often when we use this particular pattern, we click our fingers as well when we're talking. So we say, last week, John moved to the USA just like that. And when we click our fingers, it means very, very suddenly, very quickly. So we're trying to emphasize that this thing happened rapidly, at a speedy pace. Okay? So let's have a look at the examples to make it much, much clearer for you. Here is the first one. I walked into the interview and just like that, they gave me the job. I was so happy. So, this person had a job interview. He or she walked in to the interview and very quickly the boss gave them the job without even thinking. It was very sudden and it was quite unexpected. Usually when we go for a job interview, it takes time for them to reply, to tell you whether you've got the job or not. But in this situation, the person walked in and just like that, they gave him the job. So it happened very, very quickly and suddenly. Here's the next example. Pam says, Ron, you're so impatient. You want everything just like that. Ron says, I know. I need to slow down a little and learn to wait. So Pam is saying Ron is very impatient. He doesn't like to wait for things. He wants everything very, very quickly. So she said, you want everything just like that. At the click of a finger, you want everything. So he's really impatient with things. So he needs to learn to slow down. Have a look at this last example. We were so hungry that we finished the meal just like that. What do you think just like that means in this example? Have a think. So it means we finished the meal very quickly, just like that, because we were so hungry. We rapidly put the food down our throats and finished the meal very, very quickly. So this phrase, this pattern, can mean quickly or unexpectedly, without planning. So there are two closely related meanings for this particular pattern. Now let's move on to the structure for this pattern. We use the pattern just like that, plus a subject, a verb, and an object. So basically a grammatical sentence. The example says, just like that, they gave me the job. So you can see the pattern just like that. And they gave me the job is basically a full grammatical sentence. Similarly, we can reverse the order. We can use a sentence, subject, verb, and object, plus just like that. So it can come at the end of a sentence. For example, you want everything just like that. So that's the English pattern, just like that. It's a very interesting one, as I said. So remember, we often click our fingers to emphasize that this thing happened quickly or suddenly or unexpectedly. Another thing that we do is we speed up our voice when we actually use the pattern. So have a listen. You want everything just like that. So when we say the pattern, we say it very quickly, almost like one word, just like that. Can you hear? So we say it quickly as well to emphasize something happens speedily or rapidly or unexpectedly. So that's the English pattern. Move on to the practice exercises. Download the MP3s. See you in the next lecture.